Good morning and welcome to our class this day. We're going to look at develop tour and travel products, a unit in market tour and travel products. So we're going to look at product development, how we develop tour and travel products and what it means. So we're trying to enhance our diversify our offerings within a destination, coming up with products that meet our tourist needs, coming up with the accessibility of transportation, logistics on how we're going to get the customer to the destination. And now we capitalize more on the destination by using assets that are available or the cultures. We have local resources that will enable us to come up with a competitive tourist destination or invitation that can make the guest want to come over and over again. So we come up with all this, having the final goal as a long-term enterprise objectives, whereby we intend to make profits and make our destination more desirable to the guest. So we have the different types and offerings that we give, like we have the special interest, like targeted niche options, like eco tours, where guests visits protected area to see or experience nature and wildlife in such a place. We also have group and FIT package tours for groups that need pre-arranged curated itineraries. How we come up with all this to target the client, and then we have hospitality allocation, having strategic rooms priced for the type of traveler to meet their needs when they come for or spend a night at a destination. We also have aviation inventory, coming up with multi-tiered seat configurations for different type of travelers. We have adventure business. Uh, we have also those that travel for leisure, so we can configure the seats to be able to meet such needs of our clients. And then we have corporate travel for those coming for MICE and conferences. We can have a charge or a package for them that is not too high or too low, but just meets the specific needs for traveling to attend conferences or exhibitions in a destination. So in the component classification, we have the tangible, those that we can touch, like for example, accommodation and transport. We can touch the vehicles, we can touch the hotels and all these others. And then we have the attractions and cultural artifacts. These are things that we find at our destination, so we can touch natural geographical wonders, like for example, waterfalls, rivers, and forest, and all this. Also, we have museums, those that exhibit prehistorical works of the past. So we're able to see these are tangible and we can touch them. And then we have the intangible, like the rest, adventure, and escape, whereby we cannot touch. We just have to offer the guest an experience that is worth remembering when they go back to their destination. And then we also have the intangible host community hospitality, the warmth that they give to clients when they visit a place, the welcoming culture, the dances, how they interact with the people, the authentic, like giving them authentic experiences of how they live their lives, basically provided by the local residents at any destination when they go for cultural visits. And then you have the 5 A's of destination design. These are usually the five A's of are the elements or components of tourism. We have accessibility, how we get to the destination, we said, using different means of transport and modes. Having entry visa procedures, how somebody is to visit the place, documentation and the rest. And then you have accommodation, how you can have rest. We are matching client preference with available accommodation options like eco lodges and upscale luxury resorts, depending on the type of traveler we are targeting. And then the attractions are those that make the client come, maybe natural, maybe man-made. Primarily, it's the main destination is to make sure that the client gets to see what you offer during the way you showcase your packages to them. And then we have amenities like having auxiliary options, including leisure sports for those that come for leisure, sport systems, and local retail. We also have restaurants for people to relax, take a meal, and feel comfortable when they're out on a tour. And then you have the ancillary or the back-end mechanisms like travel insurance, making sure that our clients are safe. They can be protected from any unforeseen circumstances when they travel. We also have banking, forex banking when they exchange currency when they come to the country, and police networks for security when they need escort during the tour. So we have the quality standards. Now we're offering uncompromising comfort in terms of having immaculate cleaning standards, a high-grade linen, serene bedrooms that are free from noise, and efficient booking systems. All these are making accommodation services to be efficient for our client. The main target is to have long-term brand loyalty, especially when it comes to providing clean spaces for rest for our clients, using high-quality furniture and providing services like room service, laundry, and all in-house services to ensure that the guest is comfortable during their stay. Then we have the Amazon landscape framework, basically on the natural wonders and the cultural heritage assets. We're looking at how we're able to have all these as our products. And for example, we have the protected parks, like we said, uh, the ecologists, the eco parks that are there for us. We also have these remote reserves that are able to give the client a unique experience on flora and fauna. Examples are the marine reserves, the volcanic formations, and the migration corridors for animals like the elephants. They're able to experience the animals faster, and especially in the marine reserves, whereby a client may go for a package like for scuba diving or snorkeling. They're able to interact and see the marine life at close range underwater in the seas. And then in the culture, now we have the museums, the ruins. We experience the culinary traditions of meals that are made in the past. And you also get to experience heritage experiences like a community's way of life through dance, through music, through the sacred shrines where they used to pray in the past, and the way they used to build even their huts, like the Bomas of Kenya. So all these are ways of coming up with destinations that provide all this to the guest. So factors that now will shape the product demand, how people will purchase our product. We have the social cultural factors, sorry, like having leisure. We set aside time to go for leave to be able to visit or to purchase a product. And then we have the demographics, like we take early retirement age patterns that enable a person to travel early enough, not only when they are old, but even when they are able to carry on with their lives, when they have strength and energy for the tourism activities. And then on the lifestyle, you look at the wellness. Uh, how are they going to like relax and restore back like the energy or the strength they are looking for when they travel. Then economic side, we have disposable income. This allows us to travel at any one point of time. We have set aside money besides the expenses that we have to travel to a destination of our dream. And then we have the rates, relative vacation costs that are coming from a foreign exchange. We have to have income coming in from the sale of our tourism products. And then with the terms of payment, we usually use smart card or smart credit card access from the guest to us, who are the service providers or destination managers. And then we offer also discount. People usually travel and offers are there and discounts are offered. On the technological side, we have digital booking. Nowadays, people are booking online. We don't have to go to the industry or to the manufacturer directly with the product or the package. We use automation. We have seat and room inventories. You can automatically select the seat you want at any price or even at adjusted prices on airline websites and the company's website at the comfort of your home. And then you also have virtual previews like rich multimedia presentation like live videos or uh, previous virtual tours that offer a customer a glance of what to expect or a glimpse of what to expect at the destination. We also have the political factors that or the regulatory factors that influence the product demand, like advisories, travel advisories, that warning given to the people from a particular state on concerning security and safety of their traveling. We also have taxes on the entry or departure and also bed taxes that are usually charged on the accommodation sector. Basically, for periods under 30 days, it comes in as a tax that is billed on the guest or during their final bill. So all this affect how a customer perceives our product or the demand for it. And then we have environmental safety, coming up with low pollution in the areas we visit and going to serene climates. Uh, Safety of our animals and the destination or the habitat by the developers of a destination. We want to conserve the environment whichever way possible. And then we have the three levels of tourism product. We have the core product, the main one, like the experience or satisfaction being sought. We have like adventure, tranquility. That is what we need as uh, what motivates somebody to travel. And then you have facilitating and supporting products. These are elements that enable us to promote the core, like my check-in desks paired with value-add components like SPS. We're able to have a express check-in as supporting our main product, which is accommodation. People are able to check in very fast and not waste more time on glance. Also, we have the augmented product. These are providing atmospheric or environmental cues on customer production and hospitality styles. These are now what we require. Uh, these are elements that enhance the positioning and create augmented products, like for example, the atmosphere that we set a customer interaction, like I said, with the consumer co-production with other customers, how they're supposed to relate with each other for us to have a complete product that we can sell to our clients. So we have the process of developing the new product. The first one is idea generation or creation or screening. Idea creation, generation or screening. Now we're looking at how we can have internal or external idea search filters towards our main target margin, coming up with estimates on the market size, the product, how we what we intend to achieve, the costs, the rate of return on investment, time and cost required for us to come up with that particular product. That is the first step in developing a new product. And then the second step is the concept strategy, where we do testing descriptive product iterations with potential consumer segment. You have developed the market size in the first step, so you're now trying to test what happens. We align the product you're trying to come up with alongside the consumer segment, who we are targeting, so that to see if it fits. what we want. And then we have the business analysis. Now we're projecting the sales. We're coming up with a budget overheads, what to expect, and long-term margins. We are able to see and find out whether these factors will satisfy or meet the company's objectives towards the products they're developing for their customers. And then you have pilot or launch, coming up with the beta tests, bespoke beta test, like developing a product from scratch or making a product from scratch for a specific individual to fit exact specification. This is now coming up with the specific types of products that will meet the customer, and then you do a launch or you do a test to see if it meets. Like you take it to the customer, you see how they perceive it, and then you're able to judge from there if it is working or not working. So we also have the rollout. Like I said, you roll it out in public to see how the customers perceive it, and then from there you're able to see from the response they give if it is making sense. Is it working for you or not? And then you can make changes. And then you have the life cycle now for the product or the destination. The first one is exploration, whereby we discover new products, we create awareness on the same. People may have a limited awareness, so we make sure we reach out to them, and we are able to come up with local entrepreneurs or local adopters at this stage. We recognize the potential of such a place during exploration to see what it holds for us before we introduce this place to the clients. And then we have the introduction, which is step 2. Now we're launching the market. We're trying to create awareness and having interest among the target audience. We want people to visit and see what we have to offer. And then we go to growth, whereby now we're increasing the visitor numbers. We're able to uh, generate positive word of mouth from those that have come to the destination, them reaching to their friends and to more people, and the destination now grows because now marketing efforts are in place to meet specific segments of target audience. And then we go to maturity, whereby now the destination experiences the peak of its popularity, visitors numbers are stable, and we are able to make the market become saturated with our products. So we have stabilized now, and we're able to sell our products to anyone that comes. Also, we also diversify to be able to meet all our segments like their needs. And then we have and saturation and decline, whereby over time now we reach a point whereby it slows down, the growth slows down, or forms a plateau now, where the numbers now start dropping from the way they had gone up. Uh, as a result, maybe due to overcrowding or environmental degradation, now we are tampering with the natural existing environment for such a case. And then the preference for the customer may also have shifted to other places. So we are now starting to go down. And then we have the last step being renewal or decline. Sometimes they call it also withdrawal. If we are going down and we're not coming up with new ways or strategies to renew the destination, we may not be able to peak. So it declines, the product or the destination now goes down, and we are either to revive it, or people will now withdraw completely from it if our renewal efforts are not gaining any fruit. So that's it, and have a good day.